Awakening is not a straight line. It's not a ladder where every step leads upward. Instead, it's a spiral filled with highs, lows, detours, and periods of silence. And one of the most important things you can learn on this journey is how to stay patient with yourself through all of it. So if you've been wondering why you feel like you're going backward, why you still react emotionally even after waking up, or why the peace isn't constant, this video is for you. In today's video, we'll talk about what it really means to stay patient with yourself during the unpredictable process of spiritual awakening, especially through the lens of non-duality, where the idea of progress itself can be misleading. We'll explore why these ups and downs are normal, how to stop judging yourself, and how to stay grounded in the middle of the storm. In the beginning of awakening, many people believe that spirituality means feeling peaceful all the time or becoming instantly enlightened. You meditate a few times, have a satori moment, or feel some emotional release, and suddenly it feels like you're on your way to a perfect state. But then, a few weeks or months later, everything collapses. You feel sad again. You lose your temper. You feel disconnected. And then comes the biggest mistake. You think you failed. But here's the truth. Awakening is not linear. The ego thinks in timelines and progress charts. It believes, if I'm awakening, I should be getting better and better. But in non-duality, there's no self to measure. There's no you that is ascending. What's actually happening is the unraveling of the illusion of self, and that process doesn't follow the logic of the mind. So when you feel like you're going backward, or when you're struggling emotionally again, after a period of clarity, this is not failure. It's part of the path. The most dangerous thing you can do here is judge your process through the lens of your mind. That will only create frustration. One of the reasons people lose patience is because they secretly believe that awakening is supposed to fix them. They think it will take away all anxiety, all depression, all trauma. But here's the paradox. Awakening doesn't fix you. It reveals what was already there. The light of awareness shines into every shadow. And sometimes, that's incredibly uncomfortable. The anger you buried years ago comes up. Childhood wounds resurface. Patterns you thought were healed show themselves again. And this makes people panic. Why is this happening? I thought I was waking up. But this is exactly what awakening does. It brings everything into the light. And if you don't understand this, you'll start blaming yourself. You'll start thinking you're doing something wrong when actually you're going deeper. So when pain or confusion arises, your job is not to fight it. Your job is to stay present with it, to witness it, to allow it. Because everything you're feeling is an invitation into deeper stillness, not a punishment or regression. As awakening deepens, the ego begins to lose control. But it doesn't go down without a fight. This is what some people call the dark night of the soul. That intense period where it feels like everything is falling apart, including your own sense of identity. The ego will throw thoughts at you like, you're not spiritual enough, you're not doing it right, or you should be further along by now. And if you believe these thoughts, they'll pull you right back into self-judgment. But the truth is, these thoughts are part of the ego's defense mechanism. They are the last attempts to survive. So instead of resisting them, you can watch them arise with compassion. You can say, here is the ego, trying again. And the more you observe it, without identifying with it, the weaker it becomes. Patience here doesn't mean passivity. It means staying rooted in awareness, even when your mind is screaming that something is wrong. Trust that what you are cannot be damaged, lost, or diminished. You are not the one who is awakening. Awakening is what reveals that there is no separate you. Social media and YouTube have made this worse. You see spiritual influencers always speaking calmly, surrounded by candles, crystals, or peaceful nature. And you start thinking, why don't I look like that? Why am I still anxious sometimes? Why do I still get triggered? But here's the raw truth. No one is above being human. Even spiritual teachers have emotions, go through difficult phases, and feel doubt. The difference is not that they are free from these things. It's that they don't resist them anymore. The idea of a perfect, peaceful, emotionally detached awakened person is a fantasy created by the mind. And chasing that image will only make you feel more separate. Awakening is not about becoming a better version of yourself. It's about seeing through the illusion of self entirely. Let yourself be human. Let yourself cry. Let yourself feel lost. These are not signs of failure. They are signs that your inner scaffolding is being dismantled, making space for a deeper truth. When the mind becomes impatient, it's because it's comparing. It's comparing you to who you used to be, who you want to be, or who you think you should be. But all of this is just mental noise. None of it exists in reality. So how do you stay patient? By coming back to the present moment, over and over again. Not because the present is supposed to feel good, but because it's the only place that's real. Whenever you catch yourself saying, I should be further along, pause, breathe, feel your body, look around, and remind yourself, this is where life is. Not in the story, not in the past, not in the spiritual fantasy, but right here. All, and right here is always enough. Lastly, you're not alone in this. Even though awakening can feel isolating, there are countless others walking through this same storm, feeling the same confusion, the same longing, the same stillness. Reach out. Read books by teachers who point to the same truth. Listen to those who walk the path of presence, not performance. Let their words remind you that this unraveling is sacred. And if you can do that, if you can stay with yourself, love yourself through it all, and stop measuring your worth by your emotions, you will start to feel a deep peace. Not the peace of always feeling good, but the peace of being okay with whatever arises. That's true patience. That's true love. Spiritual awakening will stretch you, shake you, confuse you, and ultimately dissolve everything you thought you were. But in the middle of that storm, you are being stripped down to what's real. So be patient with yourself. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're not doing it wrong. You are exactly where you're meant to be, even if it doesn't make sense to the mind. Because beneath all the thoughts, all the emotions, all the highs and lows, there is a silence that has never left you. That silence is who you truly are. Return to it, trust it, and allow awakening to unfold, one breath at a time. If this video brought you clarity, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment about your experience. And as always, stay tuned for more videos on real grounded spiritual awakening. See you in the next one.